What if an anonymous online puzzle could identify the world's brightest minds? A challenge so complex, it requires expertise in cryptography, steganography, literature, philosophy, and even physical exploration. For 3 years, an entity known only as Cicada 3301 unleashed a series of such puzzles upon the internet, capturing the imagination of amateur sleuths, seasoned cryptographers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Its purpose? To find highly intelligent individuals. But for what end remains one of the internet's most compelling unanswered questions. Welcome to Vanishing Threads, where we unravel the internet's most disturbing mysteries and digital anomalies. Our story begins on January 4th, 2012. On the infamous /B board of 4chan, a simple image appeared. Black background, white text, and a stark stylized Cicada logo. The message was direct, almost arrogant. Initial reactions ranged from dismissal as a prank to intense curiosity. But for those who looked closer, the challenge was real. Hidden within the image, using steganography, was a clue. A Caesar cipher that, once decoded, pointed to a URL. The stark simplicity of the image on a chaotic board, like /B, was, in itself, a statement. It dared users to prove their intelligence. The initial Caesar cipher was elementary, almost a filter for the truly dedicated, leading to a rabbit hole of increasing complexity. This was no ordinary internet puzzle. The first step led to another, then another, each more intricate than the last. The hunt for Cicada 3301 had begun, and it would quickly escalate into a global phenomenon. News of this strange digital scavenger hunt spread like wildfire across forums and social media, drawing in a diverse crowd of codebreakers, linguists, and the perpetually curious, all eager to test their mettle against an unseen, unknown entity. The 2012 Cicada puzzle was a gauntlet of cryptographic challenges. Solvers encountered everything from book ciphers referencing William Gibson's cyberpunk poem, Agrippa, A Book of the Dead, and the Mabinogion, to Mayan numerals and references to King Arthur. Agrippa, a poem famously distributed on a self-erasing diskette, resonated with themes of ephemeral data and hidden meanings. The Mabinogion, a collection of Welsh medieval prose, required deep literary and historical knowledge. These weren't casual references, they were integral to the decryption processes, demanding a breadth of scholarship far beyond typical online riddles. The puzzles deliberately blended the archaic with the cutting edge, forcing solvers to be polymaths, or at least to collaborate with those who were. One moment you might be analyzing prime numbers, the next delving into occult symbolism or obscure European folklore. The trail wasn't confined to the digital realm. Clues led to voice messages on text and phone numbers, and, eventually, to physical posters appearing in cities across the globe: Warsaw, Paris, Seoul, Sydney, and several locations in the United States. Each poster bore the Cicada logo and a QR code, a new breadcrumb in this elaborate scavenger hunt. The appearance of these physical posters transformed the puzzle. It was no longer just an online affair, it required real-world action, with participants coordinating to find these locations. The global spread hinted at a well-funded and organized group behind the scenes, capable of international logistics. Imagine the thrill and trepidation, a digital enigma manifesting physically in your city. This move dramatically raised the stakes and deepened the sense that Cicada 3301 was something far more significant than a mere online game. To ensure authenticity, every significant message from Cicada 3301 was signed with a unique OpenPGP private key. This cryptographic signature became a hallmark, a way to distinguish genuine clues from the inevitable fakes and misdirections that sprung up. In a landscape rife with copycats and trolls attempting to derail the hunt, this PGP signature was the sole anchor of trust. Any unsigned message was immediately suspect, allowing the community to focus its efforts on verified communications. Just as the internet began to catch its breath, Cicada 3301 returned. On January 5, 2013, a new puzzle sequence was launched, similar in complexity but introducing new elements, including original musical compositions titled The Instar Emergence and Interconnectedness, and clues distributed via a dedicated Twitter account. The Instar Emergence, for example, wasn't just music. It contained embedded data requiring both musical and cryptanalytical skills. The use of Twitter showed an adaptation to evolving communication platforms, keeping the challenge fresh and unpredictable. Each year, Cicada seemed to refine its methods, introducing new layers of complexity and demonstrating a keen understanding of contemporary digital culture, all while maintaining its shroud of complete anonymity. Then, in January 2014, the third and to date most enigmatic puzzle series began. This round culminated in the distribution of a digital book titled Liber Primus, or First Book. Written in runes, its pages contain complex cryptographic systems and philosophical passages. Years later, only a handful of its pages have been successfully translated and verified. The runes used in Liber Primus appeared to be a custom-designed system, adding another layer of obfuscation. Its very title, First Book, hinted at more to come, a deeper well of knowledge yet to be revealed. This runic script, often referred to as the runes of the Primus, wasn't directly translatable from any known historical system. Solvers had to painstakingly deduce the phonetic or symbolic values of each rune, often through frequency analysis and contextual clues from the few translated passages. The book itself is a work of digital art, its pages intricately designed, filled with cryptic diagrams and poetic philosophical statements that only deepen the enigma. Some believe it contains teachings, others see it as the ultimate test of dedication. The sheer complexity and breadth of the Cicada 3301 puzzles necessitated a collaborative approach. No single individual possessed all the required skills: cryptography, steganography, programming, linguistics, music theory, knowledge of obscure literature, and the ability to travel to physical locations. Dedicated forums, IRC channels, and wikis became hives of activity, with users sharing findings, debating theories, and building custom tools. It was a remarkable display of spontaneous, decentralized problem-solving on a global scale. The atmosphere in these online communities was electric, a blend of intense competition and profound camaraderie. Sleep became secondary as thousands of minds, scattered across continents and time zones, united by a common, baffling purpose, pushed the boundaries of collaborative code-breaking. Online communities sprang up, pooling resources and expertise. Thousands of minds worked in concert, racing against each other, and yet, paradoxically, relying on shared progress. Marcus Wanner, a software engineer, was one of the first to publicly document solving the 2012 puzzle. His account provided a rare glimpse into what happened next. According to Marcus and others who claim to have completed the initial stages, successful solvers were asked questions about their beliefs on topics like information freedom, online privacy, and the rejection of censorship. Those whose answers aligned with the group's apparent ideals were invited to a private forum, tasked with a collaborative project to further these ideals. However, details about this inner circle remain scarce. This vetting process suggested Cicada 3301 wasn't just looking for raw intelligence, but for individuals with a specific ideological leaning. The nature of the collaborative project remains one of the most tantalizing secrets, with speculation ranging from developing new privacy software to something far more esoteric. The intense secrecy surrounding this inner sanctum only fueled more speculation. Were they building something, planning something? Or was this simply the next more exclusive layer of the puzzle itself? Some who claim to have reached this stage spoke of disillusionment as the promised grand project failed to materialize, or the group dissolved due to internal disagreements or lack of clear direction. Others hinted that the real work was so clandestine, its nature would never be revealed to outsiders. The truth, like so much with Cicada, is shrouded. The Liber Primus remains the largest unsolved piece of the Cicada puzzle. Its translated pages speak of epistemology, consciousness, and the nature of reality, adding a philosophical layer to the already dense mystery. The full meaning and purpose of this cryptic text are still fiercely debated by the dedicated community that continues to chip away at its secrets. Translating its pages requires not only breaking the ciphers, but also interpreting the often archaic or uniquely constructed runic language. Some pages appear to be layers of encryption, where one decoded message reveals another cipher. The few translated sections offer profound, almost Gnostic statements, deepening the mystery of Cicada's ultimate philosophy. The Liber Primus is not a text that yields its secrets easily. It demands unwavering dedication, a willingness to pursue countless dead ends, and an ability to think in non-linear, highly abstract ways. It's as much a test of character and perseverance as it is of cryptographic skill. Each translated phrase is a hard-won victory for the community. The enduring question is, who is Cicada 3301 and what did they truly want? The organization's stated goal was to recruit highly intelligent individuals. But for what purpose? Several theories have emerged. A secret society or think tank. Perhaps Cicada 3301 is a modern-day secret society dedicated to advancing cryptography, privacy, and anonymity in the digital age. Their focus on information freedom supports this. Such a group might be seeking to create and disseminate tools for secure communication, or to foster a network of individuals capable of challenging surveillance and censorship. The puzzles themselves could be a test of loyalty and shared values as much as intellect. Their consistent emphasis on privacy and information freedom, often echoed in the fragments of Liber Primus, lends strong support to this idea. They could be digital age guardians of liberty, government or military recruitment. The sophistication of the puzzles led many to speculate that a government agency, like the NSA, CIA, or MI6, was using Cicada 3301 as an unconventional recruitment tool for their cybersecurity or intelligence divisions. This method would allow them to identify individuals with rare skill sets who might not respond to traditional recruitment drives. The anonymity and challenge could attract talent that shies away from bureaucratic processes, offering plausible deniability if the project were exposed. However, no government has ever hinted at involvement, and the anti-establishment undertones in some Cicada communications seem at odds with state-sponsored activity. A hacker group. While Cicada issued PGP-signed statements denying any involvement in illegal activities, some believe they could be a clandestine group of elite hackers. However, their methods seem more focused on intellectual challenge than malicious intent. If a hacker group, they appear to be more aligned with white hat or grey hat ethics, focusing on intellectual exploration and perhaps advocating for digital rights rather than engaging in cybercrime. The puzzles could be a way to identify and train new members in advanced techniques. Their PGP-signed denials of illegal activity are a key point here, suggesting a desire to operate within, or at least adjacent to, legal boundaries, distinguishing them from more disruptive hacker collectives. An elaborate alternate reality game. Could it all be an incredibly complex game designed purely for the intellectual sport and the creation of a compelling narrative? The gamified nature of the puzzles lends credence to this theory. However, the sheer resources, global coordination, and multi-year commitment would make it one of the most expensive and dedicated ARGs ever conceived, with no clear monetization or overt narrative payoff for its creators. If it is a game, its architects are masters of subtlety and long-term engagement. If an ARG, it's one that has profoundly blurred the lines between game and reality, leaving participants and observers alike questioning its ultimate purpose beyond the thrill of the chase. A cult or philosophical movement. The esoteric references and the content of the Liber Primus have led some to suggest Cicada 3301 might be a nascent cult or a group promoting a specific philosophical agenda. The Liber Primus, with its cryptic pronouncements on reality and consciousness, could be interpreted as foundational texts for a new belief system. The recruitment process, filtering for individuals with specific intellectual and ideological traits, aligns with how some exclusive groups form and grow. The almost spiritual tone of some of the Liber Primus translations discussing enlightenment and the nature of perception certainly gives pause and lends itself to this more esoteric interpretation. The truth remains elusive. Cicada 3301 has never publicly revealed its identity or ultimate objectives. After the 2014 puzzle and the release of the Liber Primus, Cicada 3301 went largely silent. A PGP-signed message appeared in January 2016, confirming that the Liber Primus was the path forward and warning against false prophets and disinformation. Since then, no new public puzzles have been issued under the 3301 signature. This 2016 message served as a cryptic reassurance to those still working on the Liber Primus, suggesting the project was ongoing, albeit in a less public phase. It also reinforced the idea that the book itself was the key, a self-contained challenge. Has Cicada 3301 achieved its goals? Did it recruit the individuals it sought? Or did the project simply run its course? The Liber Primus remains a tantalizing, unfinished piece of the puzzle, its secrets perhaps holding the key to understanding the organization's true nature. What is undeniable is Cicada's legacy. It pushed the boundaries of internet puzzles, demonstrated the power of global online collaboration, and sparked a renewed interest in cryptography and steganography. It remains a benchmark for digital mysteries, a testament to the allure of the unknown lurking in the depths of the internet. Beyond the puzzle solvers, Cicada has permeated popular culture, inspiring books, documentaries, and countless online discussions. It has become a modern myth, a symbol of the internet's capacity for both profound mystery and collective intelligence. The techniques and themes it explored continue to influence puzzle design and online investigations to this day. Years after the last official puzzle, dedicated communities still pore over the Liber Primus, hoping to unlock its remaining secrets. Cicada 3301 serves as a potent reminder that even in an age of information saturation, true enigma can still exist, thrive, and captivate us. It challenges our understanding of recruitment, community, and the very nature of hidden knowledge in the digital era. Perhaps Cicada wasn't just looking for raw computational intelligence, but for a specific kind of creative, lateral thinker. Individuals capable of seeing patterns where others see chaos, of connecting disparate fields of knowledge, and of maintaining an obsessive focus in the face of overwhelming obscurity. They sought not just problem solvers, but potential paradigm shifters. The cicadas themselves are creatures of patience, emerging after long periods underground. Perhaps Cicada 3301 is merely dormant, waiting for the right time to surface once more. Until then, the mystery endures. What are your theories about Cicada 3301? Do you think we'll ever uncover their true identity and purpose? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this exploration of the Cicada 3301 phenomenon intriguing, please like this video, subscribe to Vanishing Threads, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the internet's shadows. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious, stay safe,